Hey first grade, today we're going to be learning about timelines. Our objective for today, what you will be able to do at the end of the lesson, is I can organize important events in my life on a timeline. So what is a timeline? A timeline is used to keep track of events that happened on certain days or years. They start from the earliest event and end with the latest event. Timelines should show what event happened and when it happened. Okay, so the first step in creating your timeline is to title your timeline. My timeline is simply called Miss Condre's Timeline. In the middle of the paper, I have drawn a line. That will be my timeline. On the tops and bottoms of my line, I have drawn boxes. That's where I will include what event happened and when it happened. The second step to making your timeline is to decide what events you will include. I have decided to include my first job, my first pet, the day I graduated college, the day I got engaged, my first day of kindergarten, the day I was born, the day I graduated high school, and the day that I got my dog Booger. Third step is to put the events in order in which they happened. Look at my cards. Which one do you think came first? My job, pet, college, engagement, Booger, high school, birthday, or my first day of kindergarten. If you guessed the day I was born, you were right. We're going to put that at the beginning of my timeline. Since this is the first box, I will put this picture right there. The year that happened was 1986. The next step is to find out what happened last on my timeline. What day do you think it was? The day I got my first job, my first pet, the day I graduated college, the day I got engaged, my first day of kindergarten, the day I graduated high school, or the day I got Booger. If you guessed the day I graduated college, you were right again. I'm going to put that in the last box on my timeline, right here. Ta-da! The next step is to put the rest of the cards in order, or the rest of your events. Now my timeline is complete. As you can see, it starts with the earliest event and ends with the latest event. The first event on my timeline is the day I was born. I was born in 1986. The second event is my first day of kindergarten. That was 1990. I also got my first pet in 1990. Then, in 2002, I got my first job as a lifeguard. In 2004, I graduated high school. In 2006, I got my dog Booger. In 2012, I got engaged. And then, in 2014, I graduated from IUPUI. Now, it's your turn to create your own timeline. This activity is found in your work packet on the dates April 22nd and April 23rd. Together with your family, create a timeline of your life events. You could include the following ideas: date you were born, date you crawled, date you walked, date you got your first tooth, and the date you lost your first tooth. Get creative. You can choose to print out pictures, use real photographs, or just simply draw your pictures. Be sure to put them in order and to write the date. Now get started. I can't wait to see your timelines. Bye, first grade.